Welcome to Tabletop Battle Adventures, DDay, 1400 hours, Turn 28, military summary video. We're looking at Carentan, held by the 6th Fallschirmjäger. However, not very many soldiers are left. Carentan is the main objective for both U.S. and German forces. I'll command the Germans, and my daughter, General McLilly, will command the U.S. forces. This bridge is also held by 6th Fallschirmjäger. And the Riverlock center screen, German hands. It is open and has been for the whole battle. And it is flowing this way under the destroyed bridge. And these green fields are flooded. Infantry advance, no run, no vehicles. Brown fields, normal movement. Hedgerows block line of sight unless there is a wall along the hedgerow. Then it's a low hedgerow, does not block line of sight. We'll start with the survivors of the 506th. Right here, medium machine gun team. Really isn't very many of them. 2nd Squad LMG gunner. Pinned down. 3rd Squad assistant leader, center screen, Sergeant Brandon, and Colonel Sink's radio operator with him. Colonel Sink, commander of the 506, was killed earlier in the battle. Go to the other side to... Oh, we got one right here. 1st Squad assistant leader, center screen with 6 grenades. By the way, the green D6s by the U.S. soldiers represent the grenades held by the soldiers, and the brown D6s are the grenades held by the Germans. And when a soldier is killed, the grenades stay by the body and can be used by either side. So here is a 1st Squad assistant leader, still with the 506th. 1st Squad LMG team. I believe we'll have to go all the way right here. There's a wounded light mortar loader bleeding out in 3 turns. The red D6s represent the turns that a wounded soldier will bleed out. Hello, General McLilly.
Yes, I'm over to sit.
There's Sergeant Brandon, the radio operator. Over here, the current commander of the 506 platoon commander, Captain Carey, positioned here. 506 2nd Squad LMG gunner, and 2nd Ranger, 2nd Platoon, 2nd Squad assistant leader has linked up with him to act as his loader. 2nd Squad leader, Sergeant Braden, working on a wounded Ranger, bleeding out in 2 turns. Flamethrower soldier. I think that's all of the 506 that survived. So the 506 took 2 new KIA last turn, 57 overall, and has 1 wounded soldier right now. We'll go on to the 116th Infantry and the 2nd Rangers, who are the survivors from Omaha Beach. There's survivors of a 2nd Rangers Company C, 1st and 2nd Platoon, and the 116th Infantry, 1 platoon. Some 116th Infantry soldiers here working on these Germans that also came from Omaha Beach, survivors. 116th Platoon guide and radio operator. Some 116th 2nd Squad soldiers helping the M5 3-inch AT gun commander move these obstacles so they can roll the gun down the road. We'll stay on this side for now. A couple of 116th soldiers clearing out these. Well, they already wounded both the Germans, actually. They'll be bleeding out soon. And they're just going to bypass. I think General McLilly's going to send them over to help with this German LMG team. 116th Sniper. Center screen will start on ambush. That's one of 2 U.S. units starting on ambush. And the other...
Can I sneak by there, please?
And rewinding to the 1/16th platoon guide, he'll start on ambush. Those are the only two U.S. units starting on ambush. Moving this way, got 1/16th forward observer, center screen, 1/16th heavy machine gun, 1/16th bazooka man moving forward from first squad. There's a 1/16th soldier wounded here, and right in the center, a couple of 1/16th first squad soldiers moving forward to keep moving, try to clear out these 6 Fallschirmjäger Germans. And that's it on this side for the 1/16th. We'll head over to the 2nd Armored Division is also moving, advancing forward. A couple of Rangers with flamethrower here. Some 2nd Rangers, 2nd Platoon soldiers moving across to maybe join General McLilly's swim team. Some more Rangers. 2nd squad leader. A medic, center screen. Survivor of the heavy machine gun Rangers. 1st Platoon, 2nd Ranger. Looks like they're all going to join General McLilly's swim team. 1/16th soldiers are already making the swim, including the platoon sergeant, the radio operator. And then riding in half-track number 2 here is 2nd Rangers, 2nd Platoon Sergeant, and most of 1st Platoon, or most of 1st Squad, 2nd Platoon. They're mostly painted. And riding in half-track number 3, 2nd Rangers, 1st Platoon, 2nd Squad leader, and about half of 2nd Squad. Bazooka team. And of course, we've got the anti-aircraft quad 50 cal. It also works fabulous against infantry. And then let's go over the 1/16th Infantry lost 1 more KIA last turn and 33 overall. They have 1 wounded soldier, which I already showed. 2nd Rangers 1st Platoon lost 11 KIA last turn. Your 2nd Rangers 1st Platoon lost 11 last turn. And a lot of those were from my Panzer Warfare 42 rocket barrage that devastated this side here. And so that 2nd Rangers 1st Platoon has 11 KIA last turn and 23 overall, and 2nd Rangers 2nd Platoon 0 KIA last turn and 9 overall. There's also 1 2nd Rangers 1st Platoon soldier wounded. And then the 2nd Armored Division also arrived. We're running these 2 Pershings we have as Shermans, M1A4, or M1A1? Anyways, a Sherman with a medium AT gun. And then here's this T-34 Sherman Calliope with the rockets. It has just has the turret jammed though, and has some pin markers to deal with. And we've got one of the German Panzerlehr Division Panthers coming with a half-track in support. Another Panther here facing the Jackson, 2nd Platoon leader. It's got 3 pin markers starting out, and then the other Sherman, tank number 6, which is in serious danger of getting blasted in the rear. So probably want to have General McLilly. You're gonna move this tank before it gets blasted.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. 2nd Armored Division took 1 more destroyed vehicle last turn, which was over here. And then they have 1 new destroyed tank and 4 overall. So the 2 here. And the Sherman center screen. Yes, the other half track over here. company commander coming in support. We have the Sherman with the dozer blade attached to the front, immobilized, and the turret jammed. And the Sherman Crocodile flamethrower tank has knocked out 2 tanks, or 1 tank. Yeah, 1 tank right here, knocked out the Flame Panzer. And that's it for the 2nd Armored Division. So for the Germans, the 1058 Grenadiers, who've been fighting here the whole time, took 0 new KIA last turn, 31 overall, and they are pretty much located in their headquarters. This is the 3rd Squad Assistant Leader on the balcony. 1058 Grenadiers Platoon Commander and his radio operator, and the Sniper, and 3rd Section LMG Gunner. And that is all the survivors of the 1058 Grenadiers. As I'm scanning, I'm pretty sure that's correct. The Germans do not have much infantry left, and you can see this setting up for just an epic showdown between the tanks of the 2nd Armored Division and the Panzer Lehr Division. General McLilly's already knocked out my 2 Tiger tanks, my Flame Panzer, one of my Panzer IVs, and the 1058 Grenadiers Platoon Commander will start on ambush, and so will the Sniper. So 2 U.S. two units starting on ambush, and 2 German and 2 U.S. units starting on ambush. That's it for the 1058 Grenadiers. Now to the 6th Fallschirmjäger. We'll head back to Carentan. Start with the forward observer. Shoot here, and he called in an artillery strike on the General McLilly's swim team center screen. And that was called in first, so before we can get to the first dice of this turn, we'll address that artillery strike, and also 506th Platoon Commander center screen, Captain Carey. He called an artillery strike in on Carentan, on this building here. Inside of this building, on the 2nd floor, we have a medium machine gun team. It's all 6 Fallschirmjäger. The mortar here in the courtyard, who's hitting on a 2. Who's he hitting? Oh, he'll need a new target because he knocked out General McLilly's 2nd Rangers medium mortar team. And then also coming behind the building, 916th Grenadiers, 2nd Platoon Commander, radio operator, and messenger survivors from Omaha Beach. So they're all within General McLilly's artillery strike. 6th Fallschirmjäger has a 3rd Squad leader here making their way over to take on the swim team. They also have a LMG gunner in position from 3rd Section. 6th Fallschirmjäger as well. Over here, LMG team from 2nd Section. 2nd Section soldier with assault rifle, Panzerfaust. And through the trees there's 6th Fallschirmjäger, 2nd Section leader moving forward. And who else? On this building here, 6th Fallschirmjäger has a 2nd Section LMG team hidden, and their forward observer with radio, with pin markers. And 6th Fallschirmjäger's medic is all the way up here. And I mentioned a moment ago, 3rd Section, 2 soldiers here from 6th Fallschirmjäger, about to take on these 116th soldiers. So for the, and then there's all on the 1st floor of the 1058 Grenadiers headquarters, just inside that window, 1st floor far right, 6th Fallschirmjäger's platoon leader, 1st Lieutenant Reese, and his dog, Ding Ding, jumped into that window and escaped the armor attack. And I think that's close to everybody's who's alive for 6th Fallschirmjäger. We'll go to the other side and just make sure. Let's see. In this building, behind the building, There's 3rd Section soldier with a rifle, Panzerfaust, some pin markers to deal with. And in this building here, do I still have a man alive in this building? I think there's a Panzerschreck gunner. Let's check it out. There he is, Panzerschreck gunner. And he rallied last turn, I think. So he might be pin free. So he'll be ready to help out with stopping this. That's okay. It just happens. Condensation from the pipes. Because the water's so cold and it's so warm down here. So 6 Fallschirmjäger, we'll go over their stats. 6 Fallschirmjäger took 6 new KIA last turn, 28 overall in the battle. And they hold the objectives. We've got the bridge under control, Carentan, and with the help of the Panzer Division, they even have the Riverlock under control. The 916th Grenadiers, 1st Platoon and 2nd Platoon both took 0 new KIA, and 1st Platoon took 51 KIA since holding Omaha Beach and fleeing and battling here, and 2nd Platoon took 40 KIA, most of which for both platoons were over on Omaha Beach. 2nd Platoon has the LMG team here, and the wounded soldiers there who are all bleeding out, so they'll not be doing anything. Let's see, moving this way. There's not many of them left. Okay, over here, 2 more from 916th, 2nd Platoon, 1st Section LMG team in a good position to help out if the swim team makes it. And then I already mentioned the 916th 2nd Platoon Commander, Radio Operator, Messenger, center screen. So that's only 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I believe there's one more here. And it's the 2nd Platoon, 1st Section Leader. So it looks like they're all the only survivors from the 916th that fled to Omaha Beach and made it here. There's only 7, 8 survivors. And then also these two were the survivors from 1st Platoon. So when they bleed out for 1 and 2 turns from now, there'll be no 916th Grenadiers 1st Platoon left. They'll be wiped out. There is 8 left for the 916th 2nd Platoon. Excellent. And there's 2 wounded 916th 2nd Platoon, but I think they're actually 1st Platoon. Oops. And then the Panzer Division took 1 new destroyed tank. Which tank did you destroy last turn, General McLilly?
Tiger.
The Tiger over here. Oh, you villain. My Tiger. Okay. And 4 of the Panzer Division armor has been knocked out. So it's a tie between your 2nd Armored Division and my Panzer Division. 1 KIA each destroyed last turn, and 4 overall. My other was the Flame Panzer, my Panzer IV, and my other Tiger. And earlier in the fight, my Puma from the 100th Panzer, this half-track, and the other half-track were all 100th Panzer that have been wiped out. They were here from the beginning of the fight, backing up the 1058 Grenadiers and the 6 Fallschirmjäger. So overall in the battle, the U.S. forces have taken, for last turn, 15 new KIA and 126 overall, including destroyed vehicles. And they have 4 wounded soldiers on the battlefield right now. They have 15 saves overall in the battle and 0 last turn. The Germans had 7 new KIA, so I gained on you by 8 last turn. So 7 KIA last turn overall and 154 in the battle. So the Germans are down, 28? Still a good fight, though. And the Germans have 2 wounded currently, and they've had only 8 saves in the battle and 0 last turn. For order dice, there will be 3 U.S. units starting down. Those are the wounded. And 3 German starting down, which are their wounded. And then on ambush, 2 German, 2 US, already mentioned. And in the bag, 49 US order dice and 29 German order dice for a total of 54 US order dice still in the battle and 34 German. In the beginning, from turn 1, it was 77 German and 100 US. So that tells you how much we've lost. I've lost 43 order dice in the battle, and I've lost 43 order dice, and you've lost 46. But you started with so many more that it takes a while to chip away at. But we got a really epic battle. Oh, and in reserve, General McLilley has a Sherman and a bazooka team from the 116th Infantry 3rd Squad. And the Germans have 1 Panzer IV in reserve. So this is going to be a critical turn. The armor battle here. Oh, this Stug is still in the fight, too, for the Panzer Lair Division. Right here. Got hit in the rear. Got hit by the flame, the crocodile, and got hit in the rear by this Sherman. Survived. Still in big trouble right now, though. And then there's this half-track here still in the fight. The Panther. The Whirlwind. And the King Tiger, which is the company commander. And then over here, coming into Carentan, there's another half-track. That's all Panzer Lair Division. And I think that's it. So we'll have the artillery strikes in about 3 days when we get back to the action. Let's get these dice in the bag. About 4 days from now, we'll get to the artillery strikes. And then ambush roll-offs. We both have 1 sniper on ambush and 1 leader with a radio. So we can radio our tanks and have our tanks continue the battle.
What's going to be the next dice for next time?
We won't know. We have to do the artillery strikes first.
The blue 9 pretend to be a scarlet.